Hi guys, what's up? Welcome to another Kim and the Crease podcast, number 86 now. And oh, these are not even. That was bothering me. Hi guys, what's up? It has been a while since we've done one of these. I've been away for a while. I had the radio show. I did an interview with Andrew Gross of Newsday. And then the Islanders had 2 weeks off. So honestly, it's been a while since we've done this podcast because of just circumstantial stuff. But I'm glad to be coming back at it. I'm glad to see you guys in chat. It's great to see you guys. Thank you so much for coming back. And yeah, and I know there's football playoffs going on right now and everything, and my hair just fell out. But there's something here. There's something here that I want to see who points it out first. So we'll see who points it out first. I know you called to the radio show, Tommy. I was very appreciative of that. Thank you so much. Gary and I enjoy talking to you a lot. So, Tommy, thanks for calling in and talking about your Rangers. I really do appreciate that, man. I really do appreciate you calling into the show. Also, just I guess like a Kim update, I guess if you want to talk about me and like my life updates. I got a new piercing right here. I got a helix piercing and I love it. I think it's gorgeous, and it makes me feel... I've always been insecure about this ear since I have such a large lumen, and it's actually asymmetrical from my other ear. So I wanted something that would make me feel, like, pretty. I wanted something that would make my ear feel nice and stop being insecure about it. So I got this piercing the other day, and I absolutely love it. So I'm glad I did it. Hey, Nat saw it! Chara's peeking! Nat saw it, yep. My Chara. I can't wait for him to see it tomorrow. I'm going to be talking about Chara a little bit later and why I'm such a big fan of him. I'll be talking about that a little bit later. But Lane Lambert is Barry Trotz with hair. Yeah, I know a lot of people have been saying that. They're not happy with lineups. They're not happy with lineup choices. I know a lot of people. My hair just fell out. Just screw it. But looks lifelike. But yeah, no, like we'll get more into that and stuff like of the sort. He's gonna love it so much. Thanks, Nat. I hope so. I mean, I'm a huge Chara fan. I'm like probably one of the only people that supports him, and I don't care. I've been a fan of his since I was a little girl. But we'll get into that. First, though, Snapple Fact of the day. Snapple Fact. Oh my god, it's like... Did I shake it too much? Hold on. Okay, we're safe. Okay, we're safe. And we actually have a fact on this one. Thank God. What's up, OK Noodles? Here we go. Beavers were once the size of bears. Oh my god. How did they live? Jesus Christ. Beavers. You know what's yeah, that's crazy. Now I know. Yes, we'll be talking about that, Joseph, about the All-Star game, the lineups. I also have friends joining me today. Halfway through the show, I'm going to have my friend Jordan Natty join, as well as my boyfriend Jordan Sunshine join. So we're going to get some more insight from a Rangers fan and a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. So we're definitely going to be getting more insight from those guys. I just realized my sweatshirt is, like, in the picture. And my panda. Repeat again. It said beavers were once the size of bears. That was the Snapple Fact of the day. What's good, Holden? Good to see you back in here. But yeah, let's just talk Islanders, I guess. I mean, there's Jordan. But he's going to join me halfway through the show. Because my first half hour I'm going to dedicate to Islanders talk, Islanders hockey, what I've been seeing from the team, my thoughts. You give me your thoughts. Is Charlie and Snorlax best friends? Of course they are. Of course they are. Alright, but yeah, let's get into Islanders hockey. So, if you didn't hear me talk about it 2 weeks ago, our wins against Buffalo, and then just recently against the Edmonton Oilers. I talked a lot about that on the radio show. If you missed that, go to WGBB. You can look up that radio show. It's live. But I talked about, I felt like the Islanders had a good system. They were in the system. They were rocking it. They were doing a very good job. And I was pretty proud of their play. They held They held Edmonton to 19 shots in regulation. And I was very, very excited about that because that is something very hard to do against McDavid and Draisaitl. Casey's winning, 35-7. Jesus. Yeah, and I'll get into that, Holden. And then you come back from a 2-week break, guys. You gotta remember this. It was like almost exactly 2 weeks. And we come back. The first game against the Devils, we do not have Pageau or Sebastian Aho, as they had little babies. Oh, so adorable. Congratulations to the Pageaus and congratulations to the Ahos. They were out for good reasons for once. We had players out of the lineup for good reasons. So Tommy Pageau is doing great via Jean Gabriel Pageau, his father. He said he's doing great, so that's fantastic to hear. And from what I've heard, the Aho's child is doing well too. But I mean, you guys know I love babies. My dream is to become a labor and delivery nurse. So it just always makes me happy to hear news like that, because I got to be a part of moments for people. You know, I got to be a part of people's lives in those moments, and it's just the happiest thing you can be a part of, honestly. But yeah, future face-off specialist. Or as Tito called it. Oh, speaking of Tito. Hold on, let me grab it. It's on my Stanley Cup. Yeah. I can thank my friend Danielle for this. I started dying. I don't know if you guys can read Tito's handmade vodka. And she put Boba. I honestly don't want to drink it. Like, I guess I could and leave it empty, but it's just so funny. And she even put Tito on the side. the owner and proprietor. But yeah, she gave me this little Tito's handmade vodka bottle, and it's adorable. So thinking of my friend Danielle. She's adorable, and oh my god, I should show you guys on camera. So you guys know I'm like the biggest Robin Leonard fan, which, by the way, I have so many life updates right now. Oh my god. By the way, let me show you guys, because you guys know I'm like the biggest Robin Leonard fan. Boom, macca. We've got it, guys. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, you'll see it here, but oh, isn't it gorgeous? A Robin Leonard official 2016 World Cup of Hockey jersey for Sweden. Oh, isn't it gorgeous? Pog facts. I love his jersey so much. I have been dying to get a Leonard Sweden jersey, and with the Olympics not happening and also Leonard opting to not even go to the Olympics if they are allowed anyway, it wasn't going to happen. And my friend in Sweden was like, oh, I'm sorry. My friend in Sweden hit me up, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, and I was like, it's okay, you know. Jordan, who got you that? Yeah, you can thank Jordan Sunshine in the chat. It was his anniversary gift to me. So my boyfriend's pretty lit. Honestly, so thank you. And I still have to hang it up. We're gonna put it next to the wall of Leonard. I'm gonna take down Loki, and we're gonna put it next to the wall of Leonard, because the wall of Leonard is kind of full. But yeah, so guys, I'm excited about that. There's so many things. And then my friend Danielle, talking about Leonard, while we're on the subject. If you guys, again, don't follow me on Twitter, surprised me with this. It's gonna be so hard to display. She just... Here, I'm gonna stand up. I'm literally gonna stand up right now. She surprised me with this blanket of Leonard. So yeah, it's legit like hanging here with me. It is awesome. I love it so much. It's a great photo she chose too. Honestly, I love the photo she chose. So yeah, so we also have Leonard giving the thumbs up. Sons of Liberty says. But yeah, she made that for me as a Christmas gift. She's such a great friend. I'm gonna see her at the game tomorrow too. You know what? I feel bad. Because she just became a hockey fan 2 years ago. My friend Danielle. And she's just became a hockey fan. Me and my friend Dippy have been teaching her everything. And she wants to catch her first puck. And she made a sign the other day that said, "Can I have my first puck ever?" And I don't know if they, like, believed her or not, but it's, like, true. She's never caught a puck. You know, she just got into hockey, and I honestly, like, I've tried so hard to, like, I'm like, dude, like, just, you know, like, I told her, like, make the sign, and she did, and she's not getting pucks. Like, they keep looking at her sign, and she even went to Detroit to see Nick Leddy, because she loves Nick Leddy. She went to Detroit to see Nick Leddy, and Nick Leddy saw her sign that said, I flew all the way from Long Island just to see Nick Leddy, and ignored her. Like, she just can't win. Hey, LA faithful, yeah, I'm alive. I'm back. Finally, because there's Islanders hockey back. But yeah, like, oh, Kate. Kick his ass, Kate. But yeah, it's been crazy. But back into Islanders hockey, let's talk about that. But 2-week break's over, and we versus the Devils. Now, this Devils team is severely crippled. They were on their 4th string goaltender, which, funny enough, his name was Gillies. Obviously, all my Islanders fans, we know our legend, Clark Gillies. And we also had a Trevor Gillies on this team. I don't know anyone who remembers Trevor with the awesome mustache and who would kick ass. And Kate, this is a bad memory for you, but the the brawl of 2011 Islanders Penguins, Trevor Gillies was a main sport in that one. But yeah, so funny. But yeah, no, it's just it was funny to see this goal. He actually did a fantastic job, this kid, in net for the Devils. I think he played a fantastic game. It's a honestly, if I was a Devils fan, I'd be happy to see a potential goaltender playing that well. But crippled team, Islanders just barely beat them. They score first. We come back, we tie it at the end. Josh Bailey with the power play goal, which, by the way, this was Josh Bailey's best game to date, that he has to play at an AHL level. But, yeah, 2011 says Kate. But, yep, and Holden just said exactly what I said. But, Bailey's best game to date, obviously. Pelech, who we just found out that day that Pelech became the All-Star representative for the Islanders. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing about it. The All-Star game. Do I think Pelech deserves it? Yes. But it's just an interesting choice. And Jordan, I'll give some props to Jordan Sunshine because he said this, but it is an interesting choice. I think he deserves it. I think Pelech's a little underappreciated for the the defenseman he is, but they do also pick for the All-Star game, flashy players. Especially if you're picking a defenseman, you're picking a two-way defenseman like a Cale Makar, who, he can, he's, as well as he's a great defenseman, he's also, scoring goals, doing beautiful plays. But Pelech isn't that. He is a shutdown defenseman. That is what he does, and I love that's what he does. But I don't know if it's a all-star worthy. I'm happy for him, absolutely. But, you look for someone like a Matt Barzal, who I'm shocked to not even make the roster. I'm shocked at a lot of people who made the roster. I'm sorry, Kate, but Tristan Jarry made it. What? There's a lot of questionable picks for this All-Star. A lot of questionable picks. Yeah, Revan, I have a friend, I have an agreement with my friend Taylor that if I vote for Nazem Kadri, she votes for Barzal, so we do that for each other. So, Taylor, I promise I'm voting for Kadri, okay? So, vote for my boy Barzy. But, is Jarry back, though? Jarry is back, and then in the playoffs, he'll pass it right to Oh, I'll never get over that moment, Kate. I'm sorry. But Marchand, I don't care about Marchand not being there. But I think Pasternak didn't get picked, which is, nuts to me. And on that day, too, Pasternak scored a hat trick. Honestly. Kim Jarry's numbers are better than Vasilevsky's. Well, Vasilevsky, too, he's had a moment. He's had COVID. He's had so much happen to him. But, yeah. No Pasta, no Panarin, yeah. That surprised me, too, with the Rangers. That they picked, Kreider over Panarin. I was like, what? No, Revenite. No. You're going to change that agreement, and you're going to do Barzal. But yeah, it's just, there's so many talented players that I feel like did not make this all-star roster. And it's kind of bullshit. Even, people who were nominated, in the fan vote, oh, who do you want as captain? Shouldn't those people automatically be on the team then? Ballstar. I meant to say the All-Star vote had Barzell, and it became Ballstar. But the All-Star vote for captain had Barzell as one of them. Even Zdeno Chara was one of them, but, like, it was, like, you think, like, if they would be up for a captain, they would be up for the team? I don't know. That's just weird. Did I hear about Washington? The Capitals? I don't know. But it's interesting. It's just an interesting vote. And then you go into the Islanders winning it against the Devils again. They score in the third period. Barzell, Devils tie it up. Scary game, but then beautiful pass by Barzell to Bailey. Bailey comes around, passes it again to Barzell, who whips it home. Beautiful shot, beautiful goal. Islanders take that one home as Pellick holds onto the puck at the end and wastes the time away. But yeah, no, hey now, you're a ball star. Get your game on. Oh, man. Nice meeting you yesterday. No problem, Sean. I think you were the person I gave the puck from. Yeah, Sean. So Sean is my advocate here that Chara is like the sweetest person on the planet. I'm gonna get that into that after I talk about these two games. But yeah, the Devils game, even though we won, it wasn't to the level of work ethic that I wanted from them. Like, I wanted more, if that's a little selfish, but I thought we could have done. I thought that was gonna be an easier game, to be honest. And then you go against Washington. And Washington, for me, the Islanders have two kryptonite teams. Washington and the Hurricanes. Against those two teams, we just fall apart. We just absolutely just crumble. And they showed that against Washington. I mean, I don't know. Like I said on Twitter, I don't have any words for this game. It looked like they just slept and they were still sleepy. Like they didn't have their morning coffee. Like it honestly was surprising. Just absolutely shocking to see the work ethic. It just looked, and their minds just, they felt like so foggy. Like they just weren't in game mode. They never, switched the gear into game mode, and they forgot what hockey was. It's like they forgot how to play. And then that pass to Josh Bailey, everyone freaking Islanders fan and Washington fan knows what I'm talking about. You pass to Josh Bailey, and Bailey looks up, and you see a wide open net. Take the shot! Take the goddamn shot, Bailey! It's like you haven't been playing for like 15 years. Oh my god, if it was any other player! Shoot! We could have tied the game right there. Basically, Rickle pick. Bailey had a wide open net, and he chose to hold on to it and pass it instead of shooting at the wide open net. And I wanted to wring his neck. It was one of the worst hockey decisions I think I ever saw in my years of watching hockey. It was atrocious. The best player on the ice that game was Semyon Varlamov. Without a doubt. Without even, the closest doubt. Semyon Varlamov is the only reason we were still in that game, that it was 1-0. That is the only reason we were in that game. So, props to Semyon Varlamov, our fantastic goaltender, because he did an incredible job for us. And that is the only player I will appreciate that game. You want to talk about Barzy sucked, Lee sucked, Bailey sucked, everyone sucked. The only good thing maybe I saw was once from the Bellows Wallstrom and Bellows doing that wraparound chance on Vanacek. That was the only thing I think I saw where I felt like we had hope. Other than that, everyone sucked. Oh, by the way, the Tom Wilson goal was actually Bailey's fault because Bailey should have been on him. So, yeah, it was hard. It was hard to watch that. It really was. And you know what? The Caps deserve to win that one. They did. I'm not even gonna deny it. It was bad. And Lane Lambert couldn't get them back on their feet. it was an interesting day. Just putting it at that. All right, now that I got my rant out, but what I want to see from this team coming up, we got Flyers back to back, and then, guys, who do we play Friday? It's blanking on me right now. Alexa, who did the Islanders play Friday?
Here's what I found. The New York Islanders will play the Arizona Coyotes.
Arizona, that's who. And Thomas, it just popped up to me with the Arizona, but yeah, Arizona. The Coyotes, if we don't win that one, I swear to God. Just saying. But Flyers, we do a back-to-back Monday, Tuesday. Monday is going to be at UBS Arena. Tuesday is going to be in Philadelphia. Friday is a home game for the New York Islanders. That is going to be against the Arizona Coyotes. And then Saturday is a home game again, another back-to-back against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, as far as I know, I think that Toronto doesn't have a back-to-back. I have to double-check about that. Well, we're going to have Jordan Addy come in. He's going to tell me, and we're going to talk about that game coming up. It's going to be an interesting week, guys. This is going to be an interesting week. We'll see what happens. I mean, the Islanders are just so unpredictable. They can go into games like they did the other day against Edmonton, where they were on their game. They did well. You know, they were playing to their system, and they were ferocious on the puck. Or they can play like they did against Washington, where they just didn't give a crap. You never know what you're going to get. So, hopefully we'll see more of the other team. But, yeah, it's kind of just like a 50-50. We don't know. Don't forget that the Columbus game is postponed. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Tuesday is in Philadelphia. I said that. Tuesday is in Philadelphia against the Philadelphia Flyers. It is one of our postponed games that we are making up. It's funny because we're making up a postponed game by postponing a game. But yeah, and then of course I'm making this sign for Chara. As you guys know, I am the biggest Chara support. I'm the biggest Chara defender on Twitter. I have loved him since I was a little girl. With Zdeno Chara, he's been someone I've looked up to in hockey. When I was little, obviously I wasn't there when he was drafted. I wasn't born, and when he was traded, I was only like one. I think it was one or two. But growing up, I would meet with my uncle and my cousins, who were Bruins fans. And so when we played NHL together, it was always Islanders versus Bruins, because we wanted to play as our teams. So my brother and I would play my cousin, and we would play Islanders versus Bruins. And so, you know, you learn about, you know, Zdeno Chara, their captain. You know, like, you learned about Chara. And also my grandmother loved Johnny Boychuk. And, you know, they played together. So my mom, my grandma and I used to watch Johnny Boychuk and Zdeno Chara together because we both loved them. And so it was just like that connection I had. My uncle loves Zdeno Chara. My uncle was a huge Zdeno Chara fan. And my uncle was a huge Zdeno Chara fan. He didn't get to see them come to the Islanders, and my uncle was originally an Islanders fan, but since he moved to Boston, you know, he was a Bruins fan first because of where he was, but yeah. My uncle would have loved to see him on the Islanders. So would have my grandma. My grandma was excited when she heard about Chara coming over, and she watched a little bit when she was in the hospital and stuff. But yeah, it just so much sucks. I wish my uncle could have seen him on the Islanders. I talked to my cousin though. I talked to my cousin about it, and my brother gifted me the Chara Bruins jersey. I've just always been I loved Chara when I was a little girl because, one, he was an Islander, so I was like, oh, he's cool as a little kid. And then, you know, as a little kid, oh, he's 7 feet, he's super tall, that's so cool, you know. So as a little girl, talking with my cousin and my uncle, I became a Chara fan. My grandma and I used to watch him, and, you know, I didn't talk about him much because he wasn't on the Islanders, but now I get to. Now I get to appreciate him full on, love seeing Zdeno Chara in blue and orange again. So that's why I go and I show him love. Because he brought so much happiness to my family growing up. Just as a player. I loved watching him lift the Stanley Cup with Boston, though. I did. My family was cheering. Well, like I said, I don't hate Boston at all. I'm a big... I'd say Boston is like my second team. Especially when it had Zdeno Chara on it. But it was like a second team to me. With Boychuk and Chara, and then obviously we got Boychuk, and my grandma was stoked about that. But Chara coming over means a lot to me, so I want to show him the love. I know a lot of people give him so much shit, and I understand some of it, but I gotta show him the love, so. I thought Vegas was your second favorite. It's not really, Tommy. Not really. I like Vegas for Leonard, and that's it. Honestly, like, the only reason I have Vegas jerseys is because Leonard's on it. I like Vegas for Leonard, but no, they're not my second team. I would never choose them as my second team. Only for Leonard. Yeah, my boyfriend's telling you, only for Leonard. Any last Islanders questions? I know I didn't get into too much. Obviously, there hasn't been too many games. We just got back from the break. But if there's any more Islanders questions, I'm down to answer them. Wish the Canucks won the cup that year. Yeah, the reaction to it was very interesting. But yeah. Stream's already over. No NZA. We still have a half an hour to go, and I got people joining me. NZA, I got people joining me. It's not ending. I just want to know if anyone has any last-minute questions for the Islanders. Islanders, Bruins, whatever team Robin plays for. Exactly, Ricklepick. Wish the Isles won yesterday so Chara would have gotten some revenge. Facts, toy department. I was hoping he would put one home. I want Chara to score so bad. Like, it's not even funny. I have been yelling this at games and stuff like this. I'm like, I have been wanting Chara to score so badly. And every time he shoots the puck, I'm like, every time he shoots the puck, I'm like, please, please, please. I said that to though. He was going for it yesterday. He wanted it. It's so upsetting. Thoughts on the Islanders tomorrow against the Flyers, Tommy? It's gonna depend on which Islanders we get. They can either come out and show up, and I think they can win, or they can play how they did against Washington and just shit the bed. Me and my homes, Las Vegas. I don't know if. One will probably go in eventually. He doesn't have a goal yet. No. But he also is not a forward. Like, it's not his job to score, really. But it would be nice. Nice cameo on the Andrew Gross podcast. Thank you. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen, I was on Andrew Gross's podcast. I think it's like the Island Eyes podcast. He asked me to do a little bit about the Islanders, my optimism for the team, and what I thought of the last few games then. So if you guys could check that out, that'd be awesome. If you guys don't know Andrew Gross, he is the writer for Newsday. You can check him out on Twitter, too. He gives nice, quick updates on Twitter. Not Islanders, really, when Jordan comes on. Yeah, cool, Thomas. Save it for when the Jordans come. Hurry. Well, you have 2 minutes. Shut up. Hey, Kim, long time no Islander game. Yeah, I like that. I like that entry. Eagles. Oh, no. Oh, no, senor. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, Ross Johnston. Let's talk about that. Yeah, Ross Johnston got suspended. It was a meh hit. It really wasn't a good hit on Ross Johnston. I didn't get to see it well because in my seats, I was like on the side with the board, so I didn't really get to see the hit, but watching the replay, I could tell it wasn't a great hit. Was it Ross? I really thought he would only get a game. I really thought Ross would only get a game, but 3 I was not expecting. 3 I was not expecting for that. Yeah, 3 is a little much for me, but I do believe he deserved to get suspended. I'm not going to say he didn't deserve to get suspended for that. It was, the only problem with that is that, like, Greer was, like, bent over. If Greer was standing up, I think it would have been a shoulder hit, but yeah, it's how the cookie crumbled. And I just think that was a little bit much for for that hit. All right, let's do it. All right, Jordans, come in. Well, that was anticlimactic. All right, here we come. Come on in.
Oh my god.
I brought it for you.
Can't fucking move here.
Oh, shut up. Get up. Get on. Come. No, you go on this side, and then Jordan's gonna go on the left.
She's got this power to bring me out of Canada for some reason.
Now you get on my right side.
Okay.
Take your shoes off. Come on.
I thought I was just sitting on this side.
Too.
For anyone watching, her room's a mess. I can't even walk here without falling.
Thanks, Addie.
Thanks. Alright.
Did you see that Wallstrom hit? Yeah, that was sick. Talk about Wallstrom. Damn straight. And the Jordans have joined me. Of course, we have Jordan Addy here, lover of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Let's go.
And I taught him how to make a fathead. So he made one for Spezza.
Any Leaf fan watching the game on Wednesday and Saturday, this is going to be here at warm-ups.
Yeah, so I taught him how to make one. So we made one for him so he can support Spezza. And he's wearing his game-worn jersey. And then, of course, we have this mug. Jordan Sunshine, who is an avid Rangers fan. Riffs. I'm kidding. But yeah, so thank you guys for joining.
Thanks for using my phone as a drink coaster, by the way.
You're welcome. I didn't know if you noticed that.
That's funny.
I didn't know if you noticed that, honestly. I didn't know what to do because my laptop and my mic are in the other places. But yeah, so if you wanted to talk about your teams a little bit, what you've been feeling, what's your optimism level for them, and go. And let's start with the Rangers.
Well, obviously the Rangers have been really good this season, but in terms of, like, are we talking, like, for the rest of the season or, like, playoffs?
Whatever you want.
Because I still don't know, even though, like, obviously the Rangers are
What
top.
have you been feeling about their past few games? How has their play level been? Do you think what do they need to improve upon?
I think that their recent call up with Brandon Schneider and
You got booed.
and demotion of Nils Lundqvist is actually a really smart move because Nils, like, he's been good, but he hasn't been as hyped as he was. And of course, he went down to Hartford, and he already had like an assist in his first game, so that's good to see. And Schneider is more of a defensive defenseman, which is what we really need because we only have one of those, really. That's good. And even though he's only played 2 games, he's actually looked really good so far. In terms of, like, the full season, like, I still don't know how far they'd go in playoffs. I feel like a lot of it would be matchups, health, like, you know,
There's gonna be a lot of unforeseen
But
circumstances.
even fully healthy, like, it really, like I said at the start of the season, it's gonna come down to how well the kids play because we know Artemi Panarin, we know Fox, we know Shesterkin, we know Zibanejad. We know what those guys are capable of and how far they can go, but it's gonna be the Kako. It's gonna be Kako. It's gonna be.
Oh, Revenite coming at you.
It's gonna be those. It's gonna be those guys
All right.
that are gonna make a difference.
And the Maple Leafs expert over here.
Well, I will say this. I've had my doubts about him, but Ilya Mikheyev has done really well for them lately. I thought he was pretty bad the last season. I mean, here's the thing. He's a speedy guy. Could never finish any breakaway at all last year, but now he's scoring at will. So we'll see.
Such a bad joke.
We will see what happens right now. And
yeah.
This is a bit of an unpopular opinion with Leaf fans, but Nick Ritchie, I love the guy. I'm just hoping.
I mean, I have the unpopular opinion of being a Zdeno Chara fan, so, just go for it.
People don't seem to realize this. Nick Ritchie was not brought in to score goals.
Yeah.
$2.5 million. I was expecting, he's well below it, at least 10 goals from him, but you know what? Big Dick Nick is the guy you need for playoffs. Let's just say that.
Oh my god, I forgot you call him that. I forgot. Yeah, he'll just put in the group chat that, and I'm like, oh my god.
But I will say this: Timothy Liljegren scored his first NHL goal yesterday.
Yay.
I'm so happy for that kid. We'll see what happens rest of the way. He has to be a regular. Let's just say.
It's like me with Kiefer Bellows and Walsh.
Oh yeah, and a big congrats to Brandon Schneider on his first NHL goal too.
Well, that was a beauty. They got to get rid of Dermott and Hall, though. Those guys drive me nuts.
What's wrong with Hall?
Oh my God, just watch the games.
How many times he offers me trades to get rid of Hole?
Actually, mostly Dermot. I'll take Hall over
He's
him.
like, you want Pellick for Hole?
No, I'll give you Dermot for free. How's that?
Shaggy just throw
I'll
him
throw
as a
Miller
side
in.
piece.
Did
But
he-
yeah.
Toy department. No, I said.
Yes, toy department. Yes, he did. Yes, let's go with that.
If you're looking at a keyboard, the proper letter is to the right of the letter S.
He says, "Is that the boyfriend?" Yes, this is him.
Yep.
This is this Jordan.
Yeah.
Why are you touching his jar?
I'm not. I'm putting.
Now
Spezza.
he's like peeking over Jordan's
I'm
shoulder.
putting Spezza over him.
You son of a... Get it off my jar. You can put him over here.
Put him there. All right.
Careful.
There. That's, oh,
Whatever. It's fine.
they're hugging.
Oh, by the way, I made this trip specifically to see the Leafs at MSG.
Yeah.
And funny story, actually, I was supposed to see the Leafs play the Islanders in Toronto this week, but obviously with Ontario being stupid, that's not the case. But I'm very happy that they scheduled the game on Long Island.
Yeah, no,
So-
they literally switched it, and it's like literally this week that he's coming down, and we texted each other like, oh my god, we could go see a Leafs Islanders
Yep,
game
and I
together.
said, and you know, the nice thing was, I didn't book a return flight yet, so I extended my trip.
Here, scooch up.
Okay.
Thank you for the compliment. Let's go Rangers, right, Kim?
But yeah, we were like, holy crap, we can go see our first game
Yeah, so
together.
instead of one Leafs game, I'm seeing 2 this week.
Yeah, so I just thought it was sorry, and by the way, I was late today because these guys kept versing each other in Mario Party.
Hey, Mario Party is important, you know that, right?
I might have set a record for like most
Oh my
coins gone in
God.
10 turns.
10 turns?
Honestly, holy crap, he got 600 coins.
635.
But yeah, no, it was just nuts. But yeah, no, it's gonna be a very interesting matchup.
Yeah.
Saturday, and it's obviously with a little bit of bad blood. I'm curious though to see how this goes, especially just the goaltending matchup. And,
Yeah.
I'm just of course always worried about the Leafs offensively. What are you worried about are you worried about Islanders? Are you not?
To be blunt, not really.
What about the Rangers?
Also,
what up, Tommy?
That line, like, was Zibanejad and, what's his name, Panarin? Are they on the same line or no?
No, only on the power play.
Oh, okay, that power play is deadly, though.
The power play is pretty deadly, especially with Kreider being on top of his game.
I'm used
The
to people not being afraid of the.
The one thing I am a little concerned about, I'm glad Mitch Marner's back, but sometimes our power play just completely just dies when he's on there. Everyone knows to cover him.
Barely.
That was the Rangers' problem.
Hey, Ben's in the chat. Yeah, we were supposed to go to that game. We were supposed to go to that game.
I stole your game partner.
Sorry. Ben, did you see this, man?
Oh yeah, Ben, look, we got it done. You put it in the group chat, right?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. I thought you did.
No, I didn't put it in yet.
Should have been head-to-head in NHL 22. I don't have it. That's why we didn't play it here. I only have 21.
I haven't.
Yeah, you're not cool.
I don't know. Is the real reason why I come down here is to hang out with you guys, or
Hey, Chris.
is the real reason why I come down here is to hang out with you guys, or to escape Ontario's COVID restrictions?
And to get Malmars.
Yeah, and to get Malamars. I came 500 miles to get Malamars.
Thomas has a question for you first. Question for the panel. Have you heard that McDavid is fed up with Edmonton and will be asking for a trade this summer or sooner? I have not heard that rumor.
Friedman hinted along the lines of that. I think
See-
the Oilers, I think Holland's setting out a 2-year plan, and apparently if McDavid's fed up, he might,
who's
he
got
might want out.
money?
I don't know, because, like,
He's...
I just feel like no team can really acquire him. Like,
It's so
Who are you gonna
expensive,
trade for him?
too. Yeah.
like if it was the Avs, like, what are the Avs gonna give up, like, McKinnon and McCarr for him? Like,
I
that's a
wouldn't-
horrible trade.
I love Connor McDavid, but I would not do that
McDavid's
trade.
apps like by far the best player in the league, but like that problem
What
with
are
that,
you willing to give up?
exactly is like
Who do you give up
it's
for
almost
him?
like the Wayne Gretzky trade where it's like
You have to give people off your active roster,
Like
and they're superstars.
Yeah.
and
It-
like is it really worth it to give up like 2 or 3 like huge pieces for one like super piece?
One-
Like no.
Well, because he is on some
One
teams
step-
2 pieces.
One step forward, 8 steps back. You don't do that.
Yeah, and
It's
also
gonna be
like
hard to get rid of
and
him.
then on top of that, like if you're the Oilers, like I feel like if you trade McDavid, you're trading Drysdale, like
Yeah.
and then that's just 2 giant fishes that you're gonna have to try and figure out how to trade.
Thomas says, question, I did Thomas. Tommy says, question for the Jordans. Do you believe that the Coyotes could end up relocating in Houston in the near future?
Yes.
Damn, that was fast.
If they don't get their damn shit in order in the arena, like it could happen. I mean, Texas isn't really a hockey state, but it works with the Dallas Stars. Why not Houston? Although that was a pretty stupid move, moving Minnesota to Dallas to start.
I don't know. I could definitely see them relocating. I haven't really heard like specifics as to where, but
Yeah.
It would have to stay in the West because if they go to the East, they're going to have to mess up the league again.
Bruins McDavid for Marchand, Bergeron, and Linus. Yeah, like exactly. Like, that's a horrible trade for the Bruins. Like,
It would be interesting. And it's also it's just a really
because
hard.
also I feel like it would cost more. I feel like they'd have to throw a pick or a prospect in. with
Yeah,
that.
definitely. I would assume that they would want to pick. It also said rumors are going around Giroux would be traded out of Philly.
I did hear that.
Too. He's actually been connected to the Rangers.
Of course he is.
Well, part of it is because Drew's like a center and right wing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Rangers literally need centers and right wings. So, like, he's been connected. Hurdle's been connected. I don't know if they're going to go for either of them. I don't really think they should, but, you know.
Ben wants Quebec City.
Here's the problem, Ben. Quebec City won't work or if you move the Coyotes there because the conferences are out of whack.
Yeah.
If the Coyotes are moving, it has to be in the West. It'd be like Atlanta, Winnipeg all over again, where they had Winnipeg in the Eastern Conference for a year and a half, I think.
Yeah, it'd be too confusing.
Yeah.
I went to Houston once and said to myself, the city's not complete, needs an NHL team.
As long as they don't cheat like the Astros.
I'm just glad the Islanders aren't in like Kansas City or some shit.
Yeah.
Riley Smith is actually one of the more common trade target talks for the Rangers, mainly because he's a rental, so he'd be cheaper, and Vegas is going to need to trade him when Eichel is fully back.
Oh, what are they going to do?
They're going to trade Smith.
Well, you know what? Maybe they'll fake another entry till playoffs. You never know.
I don't know, but...
Maybe someone... Well, no, you know what? Someone might go Tanya Harding on one of their players and then have them out till playoffs.
I don't know, but...
I just realized, what the hell, Addy?
Wait, Tanya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan. It'll happen, and then they'll be magically ready for the playoffs.
But honestly, like, don't be surprised if you see, like, Smith trade for, like, a mid-tier prospect and maybe, like, a second or a third.
Chrissy has a question for me. It says, if the Islanders were ever moved cities, would I still be a fan? Here's the problem, is that they wouldn't be called the Islanders anymore. They wouldn't be the Islanders. And my heart is always with the... I don't know how I would react.
Well, I actually do.
I don't know how I would react to the...
I kind of know how
If the Islanders moved and they changed names and changed the whole team aspect...
You would still be a fan. We talked about this.
I don't...
Back when...
Here's the problem. If it, like maybe because they have the same players, but maybe I would turn into a Boston fan. Maybe.
I mean, when we had talked about this back when everything with the Barclays Center, like, was, like, up in the air.
It's hard because it's like, you know, but they would still have, you know, my team, like, my boys. It's hard. It's a hard question because... I would hate that they changed everything from Islanders,
and also, like,
but they would have my
and also
team.
You really wouldn't be able to go to the games.
Yeah, but they would have my team. But then again, like, you know, it's a
tough call.
It's tough, and I think it would be circumstantial.
Yeah.
I think it would be a circumstantial thing.
Nordiques Girl 3.
Kim, with Washington, I believe Carlson test didn't come back on time, and he played, and it was positive.
That's true. He played positive against the Islanders.
Hopefully he didn't sneeze in your
How
guys'
come
direction.
he wasn't allowed to play? We had that, and we didn't have players who weren't allowed to play.
Here's what I think, stupid. When
That's
the COVID,
bullshit.
Here's the problem. When the COVID cases started hitting the more high-profile teams like Toronto and Boston, that's when the league took action.
Yo, Rogelio, what's up?
The problem is, they only care if it hits the profitable teams. I mean, I'm not taking a shot at the Islanders here, but...
Oh, no, we
Hey, they kind of cared when it was Ottawa and Calgary.
But, like, what the...
Yeah, that's true.
But what the actual F? Like, when we did it, oh, you know, you can't play. But when other teams, yes, you can play. Like, it's just, like... That's my problem with the NHL, is that they have no, like, rules or precedents that they absolutely stick to. Like, well, this is the rules, you have to follow them, and so does everyone else. No, it's circumstantial. They apply the rules when they want to. If it's a team that they love and they cradle, then fuck the rules, you can do what you want. But when it's little teams like us who have a tiny market, they say, fuck you, and they just, it's a free-for-all.
We got Kim Cherry right here, best Don Cherry.
But am I wrong?
Definitely not.
Hashtag Rage Command. Dakota actually has a good question for you, Kim. I feel like that we could do it for all of our teams.
Dakota,
too.
what would be our approach at this trade deadline? Do we rebuild or retool like the Rangers did?
I thought it was a good question for all of our teams.
Honestly, like, I understand...
I don't think that you should rebuild.
I don't think we need to do, like, a drop everything rebuild.
Because here's the here's the thing. If you commit to the rebuild, you're not like your prospect pool outside like Aturati and
No,
some
like,
defensive prospect.
Ratu.
Whatever. I don't care. I didn't get them, so I don't care.
The Leafs have had some of those players that have their names not pronounced as spelt.
Yeah.
Ratu, but no, like I don't think we need a full out rebuild.
I don't think so either.
I think what we need to do is just maybe like one like
to be honest,
honestly one offenseman just to teach everyone how to shoot the fucking puck.
See, but here's the thing. Depending on how the season goes, I feel like
But also defense too. I don't know. I feel
Here's
like
the thing.
we're lacking in both.
Here's the thing. I think potentially retool a bit. I think sell off a bad contract potentially so you could upgrade a bit in free agency. I don't think a full rebuild, because if you go full rebuild, like, your team's going to be out for years.
Yeah, no, I don't
Like,
know.
the difference between the Rangers...
I'm not at rebuild yet.
The difference between the Rangers and the Islanders is that the Rangers, like, filled their prospect pool so
Klingberg?
quickly.
No, I don't want Klingberg.
Klingberg sucks defensively, guys.
No.
Yeah.
He's good offensively, but he sucks defensively.
Do not want Klingberg.
I think the Leafs are fine up front. We could use another defenseman. The one guy who I've always wanted for at least a couple years, Josh Manson from the Ducks. Physical guy in the back end. I just think the Ducks are going to command a huge price for him, so probably not. And I'm being a
That's
little...
what I've heard is like when we look at like
I'm being a little biased as well because his dad Dave played for Toronto briefly, and he was a mean guy to play against.
But I've seen trades where they're like, "Oh, give her to Atu," and I'm like, "You are stupid."
First off, getting Ratu was a steal.
Like, if we trade Ratu, I will literally.
Well,
Like, I wanted him... First off, like, before everything happened, I wanted the Rangers to go after him.
I understand Dakota.
At, like, 15th overall, and I saw him drop.
Dakota, every team
drop.
has to eventually do it though. But yeah, no, I don't think we have to go into full rebuild mode.
I think for the Rangers, I don't want them going after the big fish, because, like, right now...
I like being scrappy underdogs though, Josh. Honestly, just asking about the rumor. Yeah, no, Rickle, it's okay.
So I wonder if anyone's excited to
Hey,
know...
Mike.
I wonder if anyone's excited to know that we're going to UBS and seeing our teams play against each other. Do you think...
It's gonna be your first time at UBS tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Have you been to UBS?
Once with
Okay.
Kyle.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Remember?
Yes.
It's a really nice arena.
A show of hands. Who thinks Kim should vlog
Yay,
this?
Dakota! Thank you. Oh, true. Yeah.
You should ask the question. This is your show.
All right, guys. How many of you want me to vlog Islander versus Leafs, friends and fan matchup, and vlog it? Reactions.
Sorry, Jordan.
Oh, good.
Reactions, play, everything. I hate when the Leafs come to Nashville.
I think
Good,
you
Josh.
should.
Good.
I feel like it'd be funny.
Zach says, okay, thumbs up. Me. Especially, I think a lot of Leafs fans would watch it because they
No.
hate me.
No.
Oh, you know what? That's right.
I just think it'd be funny because, like, whenever you and I go to, like, Ranger Islander games and, like, it's a
I
back
can't
and
wait for
forth-
the Islanders to lose so people can just watch my pain.
But, like, it's, like, fun, like, when we go against each other because it gets, like, intense in, like, a fun way. So
Yeah,
I feel
honestly.
like I feel like it'd be a good vlog.
We'll just have to.
Okay, so we'll vlog Islanders versus Leafs.
We'll just have to avoid dumping beer on each other, and we'll be fine.
We'll grab beer and we'll make it more fun.
$20 beer.
Mine was 13.
Become Steve Dangle.
I don't think anyone can become Steve
No.
Dangle.
Steve's a good man.
Steve's nice. No, Steve's a nice guy. I've talked with Steve. He's really nice.
I've met him personally a few times. Actually, Ben, you're still in here, right? Remember how I got you and him to meet up at the Leafs game?
Yeah.
My favorite Dangle story
So what
is still
happened-
the Tyler Sagan
So what
one.
happened was with Steve Dangle, I knew he was at the game. I looked over in my row. I see him, so I pick up my phone. I texted him. I'm like, Steve, are you in this row, this section? He's like, yeah, why? And I texted him back. And I looked to your left, and I waved at him.
But yeah, I still can't believe you have his number.
I met him back in 2010. Like, he was still known, but not as
Dangle.
big now.
He's still no one.
He
But
was,
honestly,
he was known back then, but not as big now.
my favorite quote from him is 10 the goal. If you're a goaltender,
Yeah.
10 the goal.
Dangle blood pressure
Oh,
watch.
there's Ben. Yep. I
They
remember
lost to a
that.
4. That was crazy.
Yeah, I ended up
That
having
was
Ben.
one of his best videos.
I
Yeah.
ended up having Ben meet up with Dangle, so he's like, yeah, I remember he was a nice guy.
But yeah, no, like I did a Dangle cameo just for funsies. And
Well,
it was so funny.
I actually remember texting him saying, hey, can we pay you directly? I don't want Cameo to take anything. He's like, no, it's okay. Because I offered to pay him directly
He's nice.
if you e-transferred me.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Steve. No one's a Steve Dangle. I don't think anyone could be a Steve Dangle, honestly.
If Leafs are one and done,
Wonder how his
is
son is.
Dubas
How is
Dubas
Leo?
fired, Addy?
I don't know. Wait, what?
if the Leafs are one and done, is Dubas gone?
Oh, that's a tough one, honestly. I can't think of anything. Maybe the Nick Foligno trade. I can't think of anything he's done that really crippled the team. And even the Nick Foligno trade.
The only thing is the contracts.
Yeah, the only thing is with the Nick Foligno trade, that entire draft was a crapshoot. If there was a time to piss away your draft picks, that was the year.
Zach, Toy Department asks first, do you guys think the NHL will extend the regular season? I say yes.
I say yes.
Yeah.
I say there's no way
I
like
don't
to
think
do
that
all
they'll-
these postponements.
I don't think they'll go crazy, but I feel like that
They
give
have
it,
to.
like,
They
another,
have
like,
to extend it. I talked about this on the radio show with
I feel
Gary.
like they'll give it like another. But here's the thing, I'm curious if it'll matter if it's teams that are already eliminated mathematically.
And Zach says thoughts on Bruins prospect Fabian Lyzelle.
I actually don't know. much
Wasn't
about
that one of
him.
the first round picks that they used to pass on Barzell?
I think so.
Wait, where's the question there?
Zach, right there.
I don't know.
I don't know much about
No,
him.
he was not one of the prospects that they drafted over
Okay.
Barzell.
I don't know
They
much about him.
drafted DeBrusque, Senyshyn, and Zaboral.
Oh,
I know
I
about
thought it was
DeBrusque.
I thought it was Studnicka.
No, they drafted those three instead of getting Shabbat, Barzell, and Kyle Connor.
That was our 20. Oh wait.
That was our
Oh
2021.
wait, wasn't like.
Yeah.
He was their 2021
Oh my god,
this year.
wait, I actually think I remember who Lyzelle was. I'm pretty sure he was supposed to go a lot higher and the Bruins snagged him late. And if that is who I'm thinking of, then that was a steal.
But I don't know much about him, honestly,
Yeah, same
to
here.
pass
I
judgment
haven't followed
on him.
him, but I do remember
Unless
the
my friend
name.
Nicole, she knows everything about prospects. And Chris says, where was it? I
A
just
Joe
saw it.
Thornton trade.
Would you be sad if Nylander left Toronto?
Yes. That guy, the day he signed his new contract, steal of a deal. Obviously, he didn't go so well in the first year of it because he missed training camp, but that is the best contract. that
That's the
Leafs
best
have.
contract on the Leafs by
I
far.
think the only one
NCAA, and
which
yes.
you could say is an overpayment is Mitch Marner, which sucks because I've been watching Mitch Marner since he was a 15-year-old kid,
Yeah,
and to see
because
him,
he's a big London Knights fan.
yeah, and like I've seen tickets with London Knights, so I've seen him grow through our system and then grow to the Leafs system. I hate to say this as a Knights fan, but the Leafs should probably move on from him. But the thing is, he gives you
It's
so
the
much.
loyalty.
He gives you so much energy in the lineup, though.
Yeah.
He's the energy. He's a loyal player for the
Yeah.
team. Like he's just someone that brings like happy. It's kind of like a Cizikas for the Islanders.
Yeah.
I understand that.
I will say this: Kyle Dubas has hit on almost every one of his free agent signings. Like you look at this year, David Kampf, 2-year deal, great. Anze Kasha, same thing, great contract, great player. Michael Bunting, such an underrated signing.
See, honestly, in like the offseason, I love those type of signings. The
small
low
ones.
risk, high reward.
When they signed Kasha, I was like over the moon excited. The guy's an analytics darling.
That's why, like, going into the season, I honestly loved the Islanders' moves of getting Crease and Chara.
Yeah.
I originally wanted both of them
Mhm.
because, especially for the deals that you got them for. Like,
yeah, honestly, that's
like-
just minimum league.
Like that's why I always
deals.
say is like as long as you're absolutely not on like cap crunch, if you have like a couple million to play with, why not?
Yeah.
You sign them to a 1 year, like $1 million or $950K deal. If they suck, whatever.
Who cares?
If they're good to great, then fantastic.
I'm glad. It sucks though. It sucks losing Zach Hyman, but I think those three that Dubas signed, like. We do miss him, but they kind of equal out his production.
Yeah.
And the best part about Bunting, he's a little rat too. He's basically Marchand 2.0. Well, he's not Marchand, but he's basically a poor man's Marchand. He will piss you off.
NZA, I would not take him.
I would not. Islanders are good
Carey Price,
the
no.
goaltending.
The Rangers and Islanders are pretty set on goaltending for
Yeah,
the
like,
future.
honestly, we
and
don't need
even
it.
if we weren't, like even if our goaltending was absolute garbage, I still wouldn't because that contract is just awful.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to retain salary on that if you're trading him.
Honestly.
Chitrin, I don't know.
Toy Department saying Parise is doing the same thing. Leo, no,
No.
absolutely not. Toy Department. I'll tell you why. Just in play, you can see the absolute difference Parise makes on the ice. Just like he has a very Cizikas-like play, but every time I see Parise on the ice, he gives it his all. He gives 100% for every single puck. He's skating as hard as he can for everything, and he's really trying out there. He is really giving effort. Leo Komarov, my God, it was bad sometimes.
Rickle, for in terms of Drew, there's no way that they're letting him walk. They're either going to trade him at the deadline or they're going to re-sign him to something because he's the captain. He's been there forever. He's a good player. He's got value. There's no, especially if the Flyers are going to be sellers, there's no reason to let him walk. In terms of wanting him, it's price.
Okay, and I'm going to answer two things. Alexander says, get what you can for Varley. I've heard Varley is going to go free agent this summer. It's going to
Really?
be, yeah.
If the Isles tank, I find they could probably try and trade him for some assets.
Maybe. I could see that
I
happening.
always say if you're going to let him walk, you might as well
And
just
then
trade
Toy
him.
Department
Yeah.
says 1 goal, that's Leo type production. Because you're just looking at points. On the ice, the reason we won the Devils game is literally mostly because of Parise. Just because he opened lanes, opened scoring chances. Like, the reason the Pellet goal went in is because of Parise. He screened the goaltender and got out of the way of the puck as it was bouncing for it to go through. Like, you're looking at just points. You're not looking at the wider picture.
I agree. Like that happens a lot with like the Rangers. You know, you look at Kaka and Lafreniere. They don't have a lot of points, but their game's improving, and that's what matters. Kreider doesn't get as many points in the power play as he deserves, surprisingly enough, because a lot of times he screens the goalie and he jumps out of the way. And Mika, Zibanejad, and him have this combo where that's what they do. Kreider jumps in front of the goaltender. Mika shoots and he jumps out of the way, and that's why Mika gets so many power play goals.
Yeah, it's like it's the little things that
Yeah.
it doesn't calculate as a point, but they help so much that you just don't realize it.
Also, the Rangers got demolished by Vegas because we didn't have any of our grit guys. We didn't have, when you're missing like Goudreau and Reeves, guys who haven't been scoring, but they provide that grit, and the Rangers got bullied and they got killed. I think it was like 5-1 or something, and it showed.
Revenite thoughts on Devon Taves. Can we have him back, please? Marc-Andre Fleury's having some great games. Well, you know what? Marc-Andre Fleury doesn't stop being a good goaltender. Like, it just, that's not a thing. It's just, he's in a tough situation, but he's still a fantastic goalie. I'm wondering, when are we going to see Bellis and Wallstrom with Barzell?
I wouldn't put Bellis with them. I feel like if you're going pure offense, Beauvillier, Wallstrom, Barzell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a speedy line. You have Barzell playmaking, and then you have Beauvillier and Wallstrom that can shoot. Bless you.
Thank you.
The Rangers.
You realize I want to test negative when I get back to
Oh,
Canada,
shut
right?
up.
The Rangers' biggest issue is defense. Yeah, that's because we have Jacob Trouba and Keandre Miller as a pair.
Dakota's, what was your reaction to Chara? Actually, I'm a lifelong Chara fangirl. I talked about it before, Dakota. But I told my mom and my family friend Gary. I told them I was in the row with them, and when I saw Chara shooting so much against the Capitals the other night, I literally looked at them and I said, if Chara scores, I don't care who's in the way, I will run down this row and just and I will throw things. I'm like, I will go nuts.
Toy Department's got a good one.
Thank you, Diaz.
Chara will get a goal Saturday against the Leafs. Book it. If that's the case, I'm going deaf in this ear.
Oh, I can't wait to record that. I really, if he does, you're gonna see such a vlog. You're gonna see.
Rickle Peck asked, would you trade for Hurdle?
Would I trade for Hurdle?
Well, the state the Islanders are in right now. No, you're not going.
No.
Hurdle. Would
Also,
go to
like,
contender.
I like.
I hate like when people ask like, would you trade? Because it's always what's the
Yeah.
mock
What's
trade.
and it also depends what where they are in the
Devon
standings.
Taves, the one that got away. Don't even get me started.
2 second-round picks. What a deal.
Don't even get me started with Devon Taves. It was. Hole needs to go for the Leafs. Oh, trust me, Victoria. He knows. He absolutely knows.
You gotta get rid of those pylons, Hall and Dermott, please and thank you.
But
Miller
yeah.
and Trouba.
Kim, am I ready to admit we're done? No, because we're not. You're literally giving up. We've played just 30 games. We just hit 30.
No, we're above 30.
No, you're above 30, but we're not.
That's right. Because
You're giving
I
up
was gonna
already.
The only,
No,
the-
I'm not giving up.
The nice thing about these postponements, it causes teams to have games in hand.
Do I think David's ever going to win a cup? I mean, if he gets the trade, yeah.
Yeah, if he gets out of Edmonton, what a cesspool.
where does Evander Kane go?
To the
Hopefully
KHL.
Well, it depends. It depends if Kenny Holland signs him though. You never know.
Bye-bye.
Although I wonder if they're gonna, if they do a coaching change, I wonder if they want to get
Diaz, well, then we get through them all. We have great. I just hopefully, the Islanders, who are the Islanders, show up and not the team that we saw against Washington. But I'm never going to stop giving up
If
on this
we're-
team until it is fully mathematically impossible.
If we're circling,
Done.
If we're circling back to the Oilers, I could see Holland hiring Babcock, get the Detroit connection in there.
Thomas, honestly, like, anything can happen. Like,
I don't see it happening though.
you never know. Because honestly, the Rangers are kind of playing...
No problem, Zach. Good night.
The Rangers are playing, like, above, like, what I'd expect from them, honestly. Like, I said at the start of the season, like, that the fact that they start out so hot, I'm like, they're winning games just off of Shesterkin. Like, watching the games, I'm like,
Sometimes
wow.
that's all you need.
I know, but I was, like, watching them, I'm like, wow, this team is, like, just not playing well at all. And then, like, recently they've played a lot better as a team, but, like, it could still happen.
But yeah, now it's just the last minute questions, guys, because we've hit the hour mark. So if anyone has any quick last minute questions that we can answer, definitely put it to us. But while we're waiting for those questions to come in, just again a big thank you to my boyfriend Jordan Tentine for talking his Rangers knowledge and stuff he loves, and to my friend Jordan Addy. Thank you for talking about the Maple Leafs. You know, like, you guys just add so much more, and I can't thank you enough for, you know, talking.
It's always fun to be on here.
It is. It
I
really
told
is.
you, if you ever want me.
And yeah,
Just to even be a playoff combo.
good thing.
I've seen it. I've seen us go on streaks.
Preferred stadium food.
Popcorn for me.
Popcorn. I haven't. You know what? UBS. I haven't seen popcorn.
Popcorn
at all.
or chicken tenders?
There's no popcorn, honestly.
Popcorn,
Oh,
chicken
no.
tenders.
But
Depending
yeah,
upon
popcorn
if we've
definitely.
had dinner.
You always make fun of me for ordering popcorn.
Who will be the
off-
last man in for each division?
Ooh, we have to get the list up.
I mean,
I want Phil Kessel.
I think
Earphones
I
there.
feel like Kadri for the Central, honestly. I think Marchand, is he the last man in?
Taylor just texted about Kadri too.
That's it.
Addie's
go
thoughts
to-
on last man.
Just go to
Leafs Avs game.
just go to
If it wasn't
AHL
for
app,
if it
Cam.
wasn't for Campbell, that
Wait,
would
can I
not
do
be
it
an
now?
overtime
Yeah.
loss.
They have the list.
Campbell kept us in that game.
What, can I vote from there?
I don't know, but just no, go in latest.
You better vote for Phil Kessel. As a Leaf fan,
Me
I
and
will say
Taylor
this.
have a-
As a Leaf fan, I will say this straight up: Phil Kessel
Yeah,
should
here,
still be a
vote.
Leaf.
No, who cares about the vote? We're
I'm
supposed to answer
voting.
a question.
Okay, where's Kessel? Let's vote
Okay,
him.
so the Atlantic.
McAvoy was nominated? Oh my god.
Yeah,
that's
McAvoy was
dumb.
Why the
nominated.
hell is Tage?
I did Barkov. I said Barkov.
Why the hell is?
I
oh
think
my God.
Barkov.
I said Barkov.
I kind of want to see Raymond.
I want Barkov.
Lucas Raymond would be great.
For the Metro, Matty.
Yeah.
Mika.
Mika,
even though Panarin should have been.
Phil
No!
Come on, Phil Kessel.
I think
I gotta do
Kadri.
Kadri
Ah,
for. I
give me-
have to do Kadri for Taylor.
And then for the Pacific.
And the Pacific, I did Dowdy because I love him.
I think Terry deserves it.
Who?
Troy Terry all the way
Troy
up.
Terry? Where is
You
he?
know,
Oh, there he is.
Drew Doughty's from my hometown. I'd probably vote for him out of just being biased.
I'll do Terry. I'll give Terry some votes. Why not?
I think Terry deserves
Where's
it.
the tractors? I have to
I
prove I'm
think
not a robot.
yeah. I think Raymond would be a cool addition.
All right, I'm voting for today. Rebinite's like, yes. But yeah, it's hard. It's, like, that's why, guys, get your votes in. Like, it sucks because it's kind of a popularity contest.
Well, it sucks as well because William Nylander got screwed.
So would Panarin.
My
So did
God,
Barzy.
like Tavares is the most I mean, like I wouldn't say he's the most undeserving guy to be at the All-Star game, but out of our group of guys, it should have been Nylander as a writing guy.
Yeah, so now you can tell Taylor for, like, facts that I voted for her boys, so she
Yeah.
can leave me alone. She can...
Yeah, I actually saw proof of that.
Hey, Michael Irish. I'm actually going to end it right now, guys. But thank you all for joining me today for this Given the Crease podcast. I will see you guys next Sunday. We are going to have a lot. Oh, sir!
Is Addie a new
It's
American
going
citizen? I'm in the process. I've done my I-130 form. Got to pay my sister money for that, and then go to Toronto, the U.S. Embassy in Toronto for a green card interview.
Yo, what's up, sir? Good to see ya. It's kind of like Hattie. Oh my god. But yeah, good to see you. I'm actually ending it. But again, thank you guys for joining me for this podcast. I will see you guys next Sunday. I'll get that vlog up hopefully like Monday, Tuesday, since I'm recording it Saturday. But we'll see what happens with me. Oh wait, really? Yeah. Hey.
Well, I will say this: my sister became a U.S. citizen a few months ago, so that's how I'm
Hi.
getting it.
But yeah, no, like, how long is the process gonna take, possibly?
About 10 years, I think.
That's just wild.
How long did it take your sister?
Well, she's lived there for over 10 years, though. That's
Okay.
the thing.
But Jesus, 10 years?
That's wild.
I'll start with getting a green card, work my way up. I'll be fine.
Yeah, just Jesus. Tuesday's game is ESPN Plus. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. But guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you guys for joining
you.
me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's go Islanders this week. Obviously, I'm always rooting for my boys. You guys know that. I literally, poor Diaz.
Who do you want to win more on Wednesday? Rangers or Toronto?
It's really picking the lesser of two evils,
You
isn't
better
it?
vote. Hey, you know what? For division's sake,
Whatever happens, just don't tie.
I was gonna say.
I'm gonna say Leafs because you guys are in our division.
Yeah, I was gonna say for division's
Yep,
sake.
then do you want them coming in hot against you?
Okay. All right, guys. I'll see you next week. Bye.